me okay? Can I be heard correctly? Let me check my chat room. We're in the room heavy right now. The room is heavy. What's going on? You guys can hear me pretty good? All right, allow URLs. What's going on? How's everybody doing? We're in here. We're in here heavy, as we should be. What's up, a lot of body, lady, Izzy Rob, that Rock NY dude, Icon, Trace Star, Miss Braxton, HC Jones, Jari, Black Girl in Paris, Big Boy, Taryn, Hayward. A lot of folks, Kiana, Mommy Miss, a lot of folks in the house. Glad to have everybody tuning in. We got a lot of stuff to talk. Oh yeah, this shirt. I got this shirt from some beautiful sisters when I was in Ferguson. I did a lecture in Ferguson some months back during the whole protests and stuff going on down there. Some wonderful sisters from Nebraska came through, and they gave me this. My face is ashy as hell. My natural vitamins and oils will rise up in my skin shortly. Thank you very much, Pride. The family's doing well. My new son, Asir, he is a week old today. He's chilling. As you can see, I still look tired because he keeps us up all day and all night. Thank you very much, Stream to Dream, for donating. Man, there's a lot of stuff we got to talk about tonight, man. And again, for everybody who, if you have, or even if you haven't, donated and contributed to the making of Hidden Colors 4, even if you have donated, it's time to do it again. We need to keep the momentum going. The Kickstarter campaign is very successful so far. We have, let me look at the link. We have, how many days we got left? We got 23 days to go. We're at 77,000 right now, which is great. Let's make it excellent. Let's get it on up there. Let's get it over 100K. I'm going to put the link right here for Kickstarter. The link, you can go to, if you're looking at the playback but you're not in the chat room, go to kickstarter.com and just type in Hidden Colors 4. And if you're in the chat room, click that link right there. That's the Hidden Colors 4 link. And everybody contribute, and let's make this thing pop off. Shout out to my man Jason Black. I was on Jason Black's show last night, chopping up some real good game with Jason. And Jason was talking about on his show on Kickstarter, this company, these people, they put together a campaign for a card game called Exploding Kittens or something. It's like a card game, and their goal was 10,000. These people reached damn near $10 million. They broke all types of records over a card game called Exploding Kitties or something like that. And that just goes to show, man, when those people, when people in other societies, when they get something going off the ground, when they get something they're trying to get off the ground, other people within their community, they want to see them thrive because they look at that as a win for the whole community, which it is. Too many of us, not all of us, because my listeners, those of you who are listening and who are supporting what I'm doing, fortunately, you don't have that mentality. That's why you're here. But brothers and sisters outside of my circle, for the most part, we have a lot of people who have that competitive thing where they don't want to see another black person's project go or pop off because that's going to give them an inferiority complex. See, we got so much self-esteem issues as a community, and we got to get rid of that and start prospering and start making sure that other people prosper. With Kickstarter, and I put my money where my mouth is, I've contributed to a whole bunch of projects that are verified. The Brian Banks story, I contributed thousands to that. Jason Black's project, I contributed to that. Spike Lee's movie, I contributed to that. I became a producer on that. If you look at that movie, and you can see it on, I think, Netflix and some other places, The Sweet Blood of Jesus. My name is at the end as an executive, or I'm an associate producer of that movie. So I love to see any black person that I see with a tangible project going. I really go out of my way to try to help them out. So I try to put my money where my mouth is. So it takes money to make things happen. And man, the whole fake hotep, fake outrage, those days are gone, man. Those days are over, and people are getting tired of that. And it's time for us to circle our wagons. We have the resources, we have the wherewithal, we have all of the things we need to do for ourselves. And we should not be afraid to do for ourselves. And that's why I'm so proud of everybody who contributed to the Hidden Colors campaign. And again, you can contribute now. What's up, Ms. Brad? I'm going to address that whole thing now. That young lady, what's her name? I don't know if Shahrazad Ali will be there, but I got some other sisters who's going to be in the Hidden Colors 4, the Religion of White Supremacy film. And let me address some fake outrage real quick. There's a lot of stuff I got to talk about tonight. There's a lot of stuff. Before I do that, let me get some calls. The phone lines are lighting up. Let me get some calls first. What's up? Who's calling? Hello?
Hello?
What's up, man? Who's this?
Hello?
What's up? Who's this, man? Player. Okay, you know, I'm going to call this nigga back. I'm calling this nigga right back. Hold on. This nigga's going to get a call back. You hold on 1 second. Hold on, the phone is ringing.
Hello?
What's up, man? What'd you want when you called?
Hello?
Hey, man, what'd you want when you called? He's acting dumb. He act like he can't hear me. What's up, man?
Hello?
I gotta tell you something, brother.
I can't hear you.
Can you hear this?
Get out of here, you damn nigga!
All right. Anyway, so let's see what else is going on. Like I said, a lot of stuff we got to discuss tonight. All right, let's get... What's up? Who's calling? What's up, bro? Who's calling? Listen to this nigga. He's in the bag. This nigga is warming up. Brother, do you got a dildo on the oven warming it up for your hole?
Tariq?
Yeah, who the fuck is this, man? Let me call this moist nigga back. I'm gonna call some of these niggas back. Hold on 1 second. Good Lord, man. What's up with these moist, soft niggas calling up, man?
Hello?
Yeah, why you calling my show hanging up, man?
Hello?
Why are you calling my show hanging up?
Hello?
Hold on. Wait a minute. Let me. These people might not be able to hear me. Hold on 1 second. Let me do something. Wait a minute. Okay, it might be my fault. It might be my fault. Hold on 1 second. It might be my fault. Hold on 1 second. Let me do this. Wait. It might be my fault. Hold on. I'm jumping down these brothers' throats, and it might be my fault. Hold on 1 second. Let me fix something. Let me do a little fixing here. Hold on 1 second. 1 second. All right. So we're gonna try it again. Let's see if they can hear me. All right. What's up? Who's calling? Hello. Hello.
Peace, Tariq.
What's up, man? Can you hear me pretty good?
I hear you excellent, brother.
There you go. What's on your mind, man?
Yes, sir. My name is Elevation Online from Houston, Texas.
Yes, sir.
And what I'm trying to do right now, brother, is to encourage a lot of local promoters and organizers to not just bring these speakers and lecturers in just to make money, but also to use them as a rallying point or a point of leverage to try to get some local plan of action going.
Right.
You know, for the past year and a half down in Houston, we've had so many speakers come through, but, you know, a lot of the energy dissipates as soon as they leave because nobody's channeling it in a positive direction. I hope this year is going to be a lot different because I'm going to actively be a part of that. And I want to say I enjoy your movies, but I'm not going to take a lot of your time up. But keep doing your thing. Hey, number one, I was the number one person to donate to your campaign.
Man, much respect, man. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much. But yeah, man, in Houston and all of these places, man, what's funny, when it comes time to bring in speakers, and I tell people all the time, look, man, when people call me up with the Assalamu Alaikum Hotep, you dig? Hey, we want you to come down to our city, Tariq, Hotep, Assalamu Alaikum, Egyptian Must, Triple Darkness, whatever. But our money is funny. I'm like, look, just call me when you get your money together. This is my rate. Call me when you get your money together. And what's funny, man, a lot of these folks complain about money. They don't have no money. But I've gone to all of these cities. And when it's time to turn up, because after my lectures, we hit up a club. We see what's going on. People in these cities, when it comes down to education, they got to scrape up paper, scratch, scrape. But turn up time at the club, rims, hydrogel ass, weaves, niggas got Rolexes, gold teeth. Everybody's popping bottles in these cities, especially Houston. I done been to the clubs in Houston, and they pop the hell out of bottles down there. But now it's when it comes time to something constructive, nobody has any money. So we got to cut that nonsense out. We got to cut that nonsense out. It is important to set your rate. My rate is what it is. My rate is what it is, dude. And sometimes dusty promoters, and there's janky promoters and you have dusty promoters. You got certain promoters out here who are dusty, and I'm talking about one dude in particular. He knows who he is. He's an old nigga too, and I hope you listening, old nigga. I don't even remember your name. That's how insignificant you are. But this nigga was hounding me on Twitter. Hey, Tariq, check your email, man. Check your email. I'm like, okay, all right, man. I want you to come in. We got something for the kids to come do a screening and a lecture. Come on up, man. Just let me know your rate. And I let him know my rate. And then he started to get into some money shaming thing. Oh, man, your rate is high. Man, such and such. Man, he started naming off like Black Panthers. Bobby Seale from the Black Panther, his rate was less than that. And you ain't as important as him. He started talking all that type of shit. I didn't even respond back. This nigga just wanted, he wanted attention. But I'm like, nigga, don't try to money shame and try to insult your way in the door. That just shows the reason why you dusty. You don't even know how to handle business. Somebody gives you a price and your first instinct is to try to throw some low-key insults. Nigga, fuck you. That's why my rate is a certain rate, so I can avoid dusty niggas. Because I don't do discounts, because you start doing discounts, then it becomes, I don't do the janky shit, dude. Y'all know my patience is very short. I got very short patience. My patience is short. Okay, I'm banning this dude. Yeah, he's like, you ain't as important as, you ain't on Bobby Seale level. I'm like, nigga, if you don't try to get out of here with that money shaming bullshit you trying to talk, you old dusty. And this nigga look like he's about 70. One of these old dusty niggas. And that's why I'm not rolling with you. That's why my price is the price. I price out dustiness. Dudes hit me up on the janky promoter tip all the time. Like, hey, Tariq, would you mind doing a lecture at a club? No, I'm not doing no lecture at a club. It has to be a venue that's fly. It has to be a cool venue. I just don't do the janky thing. You dig? But you got a lot of fake ass people in the so-called conscious community. And the Hidden Colors Project has done what a lot of these people have refused to do. It has caused it's caused action. It has caused people to be educated. It has sparked bookstores all around the country, black bookstores. It sparked their businesses. And there's a lot of so-called people in the conscious community who are a little salty that Hidden Colors is kind of taken away from their fake Hotepism. And what happens is that a lot of fake nigga outrage starts popping off. A lot of fake nigga outrage starts popping off. Now, a few people have sent me a link to this podcast, some blog talk show. I don't know the name of it. And I only listened to a short clip of it. This lady named Zaza Ali. Now, I don't know too much about her. She's relatively new on the scene from what I understand. And from what I also understand is that I think she's Professor Griff's significant other. I'm not sure. And I got a lot of love and I got a lot of respect for Griff. Griff has been on my show several times. And on this show, I don't know, they were talking about strippers or sex or whatever. And then she popped up talking about me. I don't know whose show it was. But and again, I respect Griff, and I'm not trying to shit on this lady or whatever. I'm not. And this is more constructive because I don't do the whole back. This ain't no beef or no shit like that. Because the way she was coming, that kind of looks bad on her. So this is some advice shit to her. If you really want to get a foot in the game, and Zaza, I'm talking to you directly, sister. If you want to really get a foot in the game, cut that fake outrage shit out. Because people can see through it. This is her outrage. She was like, yeah, and how come we ain't calling out and checking Tariq Nasheed, because Tariq was promoting Hidden Colors and he had a picture of some sisters with their booty out and it was disrespecting the black woman and he's using the Mac lessons to... I'm trying to really feel the gist of where she was coming from. I was trying to feel the gist of where she was coming from. You say she's cool? I don't know the young lady. I don't know her. But she was out of order with that because it was fake outrage. And basically, the fake outrage, and I say it was fake outrage because anybody who was outraged over the photos that I had on my Instagram, you're deliberately trying to miss the point. And that's a very suspicious thing. When I see people deliberately missing the point of something and trying to create a fake sense of outrage and a false narrative based on something, that's something that's very suspicious. So whoever this Zaza young lady is, I'm kind of looking at her like, who are you? Because now you're trying to deceive people by creating a false narrative. On my Instagram, and a lot of you guys follow me on Instagram. A lot of y'all follow me on Instagram. Hold on, let me play what she said. Let me play it. I'll play the clip. Hold on. I'll actually play the clip. Hold on. I'm going to play what she said so I don't...
Rich and,
hold on.
Short decent the attention.
I'm going to play what she said. Hold on.
And they're starving.
To a lot of our people who never would have received it before. But there's a conversation that's not being had.
Can y'all hear this? Because I'm playing what Miss Zaza Ali. Don't get it confused with Shahrazad Ali. So I'm playing what Zaza Ali said. I'm playing what she's saying. All right?
Mackin lesson aspect. How is it that...
Okay, wait, let me...
put a picture up on his...
Me and Zaza seen the advertisement.
Here we go.
And saw it and pointed it out to me. The new advertisement for the Hidden Colors 4. Maybe Zaza can... Hold on.
Why are you going to put that on me? Okay, all right, fine. So, Tariq Nasheed put a picture up on his Instagram page. Let me find the exact picture. Because, the brother has done some great work, as far as the Hidden Color series, and I appreciate that. He's brought light to a lot of our people who never would have received it before. But there's a conversation that's not being had. The Mackin lesson aspect. How is it that you get accolades and get praised for doing the good work as far as bringing light to our people, but ain't nobody checking you on that? Oh, he put a picture up on his
Whoa,
Instagram
okay,
page.
let's stop there. Now, what she mean by that? Let's stop there. Let's stop there. I mean, wait. What's the macking lessons aspect? What do you mean by that? No, you said, "Wow, am I wasting time?" I got all the time in the world. I'm not wasting anything, but let's get it on out there. I mean, what's the macking lessons aspect? Well, what does that mean? That's what I want to know. What's the macking other than the name of my old show? What's the macking lesson aspect of what I do? I want to, and my phone line is open. If Zaza Ali is here, again, this ain't no beef, but we just have to clarify things and stop putting fake outrage out there. The macking lessons out aspect. What does that mean? Even in my books are really about manhood. I use the word mac, player, stuff like that, but my books are about manhood. You can't point out anything really negative from any of my books. Please do. Go through my books and point out something negative. Other than the word Mac, if you want to perceive the word Mac as negative, or the macking lessons, right there is a false narrative. And then she said, how come nobody's checking me? Well, who's qualified to check me? Who's doing stuff to be able to check me? I mean, who's doing stuff out here on the level of Hidden Colors to be qualified to check me? Because I've done a lot of work out here, especially behind the scenes. I've done a lot of work out here that a lot of so-called conscious people have not even come close to doing, if we're going to be very honest. All right, let me play the rest of it.
Yes. For less than the cost of some swimming trunks and 8 condoms, you can contribute $5 to the Hidden Colors 4 Kickstarter campaign today at www.hiddencolorsfilm.com. Hashtag THOT hashtag Hidden Colors, hashtag $5 Fridays. All black women, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 black women, ass up, half naked in a hot tub. Mm-hmm. Now, for Hidden Colors, now you tell me that don't aid to the stripper culture and the over-sexualization of black women and prostitution of black women. Sisters seeing a black man, handsome, having money, having it going on, got knowledge of self, apparently, supposedly, allegedly, however you want to put that, but a brother who is the affection of the black community right now, who's giving us the knowledge that we're supposed to have, disrespecting and degrading black women right now. Now, why are we not talking about that?
Okay,
and
let's
why
stop.
Does he get a pass?
Okay, let's stop there. And that's in the
recently
the host moved on. So that's basically what she said, and the host moved on. So let's look at that. Now let's look at that. This is the picture. This is the picture she's talking about. This is the picture she's talking about. Hold on. Got it? So that's the picture she's talking about. How am I degrading those women? I want somebody to tell me how I'm degrading those women. I didn't. Somebody put the title Thought Tub up there, but them with their asses out, how am I degrading those women? They took the picture. I didn't take that picture. These women took the picture. I didn't take the picture. They posed with their asses tooted towards the camera. And they put the picture on the internet. I didn't take that picture, so how am I degrading these women? So if you post a picture of somebody, is that degrading them? Because now we're reaching for the term degrade. We're reaching for what makes a person degraded. Also, and I feel kind of silly even explaining it. I put up a bunch of memes as a form of satire, and the joke was, instead of focusing on this, why don't you focus on something more constructive? That was the actual message. And how do you not get that? The whole message I put up a bunch of photos of ratchet stuff. I put up pictures of people with blonde ponytails. I said, look, instead of the money you spend on a blonde ponytail, you can put on Hidden Colors 4. The money you spend on some fake Jordans, you can use for Hidden Colors 4. The money you spend on weed, I showed niggas rolling blunts. Use that money for Hidden Colors. Use it for something constructive. The money you spend on trying to get with these women, use that money on Hidden Colors. So I'm using humor to make a point. It's called satire. It was obvious what it was. It was satire. It was obvious satire. Clearly not promoting sexual stripper culture. Anybody with common sense would get that. And nobody said anything negative about the women in the picture. You can toot your ass up. The joke was the person looking at the picture. Look, let's keep it 100. Look, I'm not Martin Luther King Flex. I'm not Martin Luther King Flex. I'm not Malcolm Flex. I don't go in as everybody's leader. People try to make you out to be this leader. Look, I've done the best documentary film on African history ever, but I am not nobody's leader. I tell people all the time, I'm not your leader. So when I come in the room, you know, don't take your fez and your turban off. You know, I'm nobody's leader. Because we don't, in my opinion, we shouldn't have a leader. Everybody should be their own leader, and we just get a code of conduct. Hold on, Devontae, that's who I need to ban. Okay, let me ban this nigga. All right. But my thing is this, and Sister Zaza, if you really want to be thorough in this movement about educating people, sister, you're going to have to let that fake outrage go. People can see that. That's going to turn people off, sister. That don't work on me. When people try to use that to use me as the scapegoat, that might work to some unknown people on the internet who's just trolling, and there's a bunch of people who you think have your back on the internet, these fake niggas with these fake pages who will co-sign that, but in real life, nobody's really co-signing that because they can see through it. And I'm saying this to be constructive for the sister. Because what I do, I keep it 110. And sister, when you start creating a false narrative and try to tell people something that you know ain't true, because sister, you know I'm not degrading them women. Sister, you know that. And when you do that and a kid is watching you, sister, they look at you as being another lying conscious person. They look at you, they say, okay, here's another adult who's supposed to be conscious running game on me. It's just like when parents say, or an adult say, hey man, you smoke drugs, you're going to grow a tail. You know, you say something crazy to kind of scare kids away from something and they know you're lying. Now they're like, oh, okay, get the fuck out of here. See, that's the approach that that's one of the reasons why I don't come across as the conscious, so-called conscious dude. I'm aware, but I don't do the conscious thing. Because I step to dudes on a different level where they can trust me and trust where I'm coming from, and I'm coming from a real place. I say to people, look, I know y'all on Instagram, brothers, sisters, young men, young women. Look, you're on Instagram, and I posted these pictures on Instagram. On Instagram, people, and let's just be real, black folks, we love to show ass, titties, weed, money, rims. That's what we use Instagram for. Let's just keep it real. We use Instagram to promote ratchetness. That's just, like it or not, that's what it is. Like it or not, that's what it is. Instagram is full of black folks doing ratchet shit. We got money, we got guns, we got weed. If you go to your Instagram timeline right now, you're going to see some asses tooted up. You're going to see girls twerking. You're going to see niggas thirst trapping. You're going to see ratchetness, niggas showing off their J's. That's the harsh reality of the game. So I'm not going to come in, hey, brother, those are the items of the devil, because they ain't trying to hear that. Let's be real. I say to dudes, hey, bro, I know you like looking at that ass. It looks nice, don't it? But while you're looking at that, take a look at this too. All right? I ain't trying to tell you to stop looking at that, but if you're going to look at something, look at what I got going over here too, nigga. Girls, if you like twerking, that's cool. But why don't you twerk over here and look at this in between twerking? Because you'll get a kick out of this. I know you like that. I know you like the twerking, but look at this too. I know you want to smoke a blunt, nigga, but that same $10 that you were going to spend on that blunt, why don't you get this DVD and try to get your game up? And dudes can respect that. They can respect that angle. That's why the Hidden Colors for Kickstarter campaigns got damn near $80,000 in less than a month. Because I don't come at dudes as if I'm their leader. I don't come at them on a fake consciousness level. I don't come at them on some super moral Mario brother bullshit. I don't do that, man. I talk to dudes realistically. Even when I start doing my books. The reason why my books are bestsellers to this very day, I made a concentrated effort and a concerted effort to make my books very conversational. When people read my books, I want them to feel like they're having a conversation with somebody just standing right there in the corner with them. That was my whole goal when I write books. I want it to be very conversational. I'm not trying to talk over nobody's head. I'm not trying to dumb down anybody. I'm trying to meet you where you are so we can just talk real and I can give you the game that way. That's why what I do works for me. That's why the Hidden Colors series work. It ain't super duper, hey, welcome to the Hidden Colors, everybody. I got on the kente cloth. My name is Tariq. I'm going to be your leader. No. I talk to people real. We break it down in real simplistic forms. I don't try to be something that I'm not, and people can respect that. You dig? So, and I'm not jumping on the sister's throat. I don't know if the sister's trying to get a rep. I don't know what she's trying to do. I don't know what the sister's trying to do. I didn't appreciate that, though. And if she wants to be real in the game, that's something that she shouldn't do. And that's just advice for her. If she's trying to make a real dent in the game, that's what you don't want to do, sister, because people can see past that. When you start doing that, people are going to see past that, and they're going to be like, okay, all right, she ain't being honest. You dig? And, I do the things I do the way I do it. I do things my way, and it works for me. You dig? And yes, you can call her. This ain't no beef. No beef at all. I'm saying this very respectfully because I like Grip. Grip is my dude. I got a lot of respect for Grip. That's his lady, allegedly, I think. I don't know what their situation is. But yeah, my phone line's always open. You dig? And I dude, we got to stop with this whole thing where if you read a couple of books, now you got to present yourself as certain. No. I don't do that whole I'm your Hotep leader thing. I talk to dudes regular. Dude, I say, look, I know you like looking at those asses. I know you do. Instead of tricking your money off on that, why don't you come get down with what I got going on over here? You dig? So that's my advice to the sister. And again, we got a lot of people in the so-called conscious community who's on some bullshit. That's what. Let me be very real. I don't make my movies for the conscious community at all. I do not make my money. I mean, my movie. Who's this? I'm looking forward to the new flying. Okay, you go to this link right here, bro. But when I did the Hidden Colors movies, dude, I didn't have the so-called conscious community in mind. Because the conscious community is a very small, extremely small niche group of people. And half of that small niche group of people are completely full of shit. If you want to be honest. Half the people in the what we now know as the conscious community today are completely full of shit. All these niggas like to do is sit up and debate with one another, waste time, try to justify being broke, try to fuck women using their fake consciousness, and that's another thing. When people start getting on that Mac and shit, and some of the biggest Macs and players who are dirty Macking are some of these niggas with the kente cloths and the fezzes. You dig? Some of these niggas with the kente cloths and the fezzes are some of the biggest dirty Macs out here. These niggas out here, oh man, yo, Macless and stuff, and then they like, look, these are all my wives, brother. I mean, they're your wives, yeah. I got 20 wives, brother. Did y'all ever get legally married? I don't need the white man's permission to get married. I just stand on the corner and look up to the Eastern Star and I say, Hotep, these are my wives. And I pray to the Sirius Star B, and the Sirius Star B grants me territorial rights and autonomy among these women, brother. These are my wives. Okay, nigga. So niggas use fake spirituality to justify dirty macking. Like, nigga, how many kids you got? I got 43 kids because the Quran and the Bible say I must spread my seed, brother. Because I come from a planet. I come from a planet from 3 constellations away, brother. So I was sent to the earth to spread my seed. But brother, man, some of these women are complaining you ain't taking care of their kids. They need child support. That's the cracker that has infiltrated the minds of my wives, brother. All right, nigga. And you think that people can't see past that fake shit, dude? You think people can't see past that? People can see past that fake shit, man. Dudes be using all that shit to get ass. And then they kind of mix my name in there. See that brother Tariq Nasheed? I ain't like him, all that old Mac and stuff. See, I ain't about that because that's not the will of Allah. You understand me? See, sister, if you were my woman, I would treat you like a queen. As a matter of fact, why don't you come over to my Hotep apartment? I got some incense and some bean pie. And they be using that shit to get some ass. Sister, I see you as my queen. You understand? See, people like Tariq Nasheed, they don't understand. See, women like you, see, you are Mother Earth. You understand me? And what I would do if you were my queen, sister, I would bathe you in milk and honey. You understand me? And I will put you on a pedestal, and then we will ride out like Betty and Malcolm. You understand me? And you take these women to your little struggle apartment, bang them. You got a bunch of kids, because these Hotep niggas be having a whole bunch of kids all over the place. All these fake Hotep niggas, the women come over to your apartment, and where's all the honey and the milk and all the bath? Well, I got roommates, understand me? I got roommates right now, sister, so you got to be very quiet. So what we're going to do, before the milk and honey, we're going to have sex on this army cot that I borrowed from my partner who was in the war, and he's letting me stay here on this cot. Because I ain't going to let the white man get an apartment in my name and mess up my credit. Because that's a tool of the cracker. Just a bunch of bullshit, dude. These niggas are so full of shit. So when a project like Hidden Colors pop off, now you can get a lot of information real fast, and now you ain't got to deal with the Hotep nigga doling out little pieces of the information. You don't have to dole out, because the Hotep niggas, the fake Hotep niggas, dole out little increments of the information and act like they got it from some kind of spiritual epiphany. Because it sounds deep to somebody who ain't never heard it before. Yeah, certain women, that weak ass shit can roll. That weak game can work on certain women. And man, those niggas be using that shit heavy. Those niggas be using that fake Hotep game heavy. Like, hey sisters, I'd like to welcome y'all to the meeting here at the Imhotep bookstore. Now, all the ladies, after my lecture, I'm going to be giving some spiritual healing because I got a holy ankh that I got from Kemet, And when I rub it on your breasts, it's going to give you some of that Kundalini energy. So sisters, if you want some of that Kundalini energy, you need to meet me backstage. Niggas got all types of fake fucking hustles they got that they be running on women. Nigga ain't never been nowhere near Kemet. Oh, these niggas be running all types of games. I'm not doing all that stuff, dude. I ain't doing none of that shit. Like, here's some information, roll with it. Do what you need to do with this information. Because, see, people got this thing, when you give them information, people are so used to people giving them good information and then being their leader. And the thing is, I throw people off, especially people who are used to that, because I'm like, here's a lot of great information, and don't follow me. But we want to follow you. We want you. No. Don't follow me. And don't follow me at all. Let's get a code of conduct. I don't need nobody following me. I ain't on that ego shit. I don't need to get no ass from you, ladies. I don't need that. You dig? Because my Mackin books, they still do pretty good. And truth be told, it was some of that Mackin money that helped pay for the Hidden Colors series. Let's be very honest. Because the money from Kickstarter, that's only a drop of the money that's needed. The money that we get from Kickstarter, do y'all know how expensive movies are to make? Especially high quality movies? In every one of the Hidden Colors films, 1, 2, and 3, I've always had to put my own money on top of the money we get from Kickstarter. The money we make on Kickstarter ain't enough. To make movies thorough, we're talking hundreds of thousands of dollars. We were just talking about that on Jason Black's show, man. Jason understands because he just finished the movie, man. Man, flying movie crews to different cities, that's thousands and thousands of dollars alone. I'm talking about for 1 or 2 days. That's like $5,000, $10,000 for 1 or 2 days. To fly a crew into a city with equipment to film, that's like $7,000, $8,000, $10,000 right there. That's to film one person. Look at Hidden Colors 3. Take a good Hidden Colors 3 is that's why it has sold comparative to other documentaries that's out there because we shot it high quality. We put a lot of money on it. We put a lot of money in these movies. I use like the red cam. These are expensive cameras, and I have camera operators who we use the same type of shit they do major motion pictures on. That's why when they do movies, most movies have $20,000, $30,000 budgets on average on the low end. Movies are not cheap to make, family. Everything looks smooth and easy when you're watching the film. But the quality of camera, to do color corrections, you give $10,000, $15,000 to an editor, because I have outside editors. I have sound design after you record the sound and all that. Then you got people who tweak the sound and then make it in stereo. Then they split the sound in 5.0. Oh, dude, it's a process. And then, letterbox. I'm in the letterbox. Okay, I guess I'm in the letterbox. I don't know why I'm in the letterbox thing. I don't know why I'm in letterbox. But like I said, even the images that are used in the Hidden Colors film, we use thousands of images and videos to get those cleared because only a few of them are in public domain. So the ones that are not in public domain, we got to go through the Associated Press site, and we got to pay for the rights of those pictures. And the rights are like $200 and $300 per photo. That's the lowest. So all of those, just do your math. For example, multiply 800 photos because we use thousands of photos and pictures, but 800 photos times $250. And we have lawyers on deck who we have to retain to make sure we're using images that we won't get sued for. We're using video that we don't get sued for. So we got to advise with them. Hey, is it okay to use this? Okay, is it okay to use this? Negotiate the use for that. It's a process, man. It's a process. Y'all don't know the behind the scenes. That's why it takes so long to get it done. Shit, I wish it was just $18,000. It was way more than $18,000 for pictures. It was way more than $18,000 for pictures. Shit. It was way more than $18,000 for pictures. I'm telling you now, it was way more than that. And on top of that, we did reenactment scenes in Hidden Colors 3. Notice there were a lot of scenes that were reenacted. So we had to get a location scout. That cost. We had to get the locations. We had to pay for the different locations to shoot for the day or for the couple of days. Had to pay for the permits. Had to pay for the actors and the extras. Catering. We had to pay for wardrobe because there was some slave stuff. It was a whole thing, man. It's a process, dude. Just got hit $1,500 for copyright images. That dude, hey, man, there are people who literally sit up and watch movies looking for something to sue people over. People sit up and watch movies looking for things to sue somebody over. I had somebody contact me. There was a picture from Hidden Colors 1. It wasn't even a picture that we put on the screen. I was filming Umar at Umar's office, and Umar had a picture on the wall of he had a whole bunch of history pictures on his wall. So we're filming Umar, and there just happened to be a picture on the wall. Somebody emailed us and was going to try to sue us because of a picture that was on the wall in the background. He was like, hey, bro, that was my great uncle, and didn't nobody get that picture clear with us? And then I had to get the lawyers, and the lawyers were like, okay, we could do that because we didn't put the picture on there. The picture was already in the shot, so legally you can get away with that. So I'm telling you, it's a whole thing, man. That nigga tried to sue us for some shit. I'm like, because the brother was like, yeah, there's a picture of my uncle named Jebediah Smith. There was some name. Well, who? And I'm looking through all our archives. I'm like, who the fuck is he talking about? Like, who is this nigga talking about? Dude. So, man, I know how the game is. So we cross the T's and dot the I's, man. We get releases. We get clearance for everything. You got to clear all that stuff. All that stuff has to be cleared, man. You dig? Oh, man. Brother Umar, I saw that. Speaking of Umar, shout out to my brother Umar. And this is why, man, it's so important that our projects and we people out here really doing the work. This is why it's important to support what we got going on, because we got to go through a lot of shit. For the work we do, there's a lot of criticism, unwarranted, that we have to go through. We got to go through a lot of fake outrage. We have to go through people coming to our lectures trying to sabotage what we got going on. But you should tell me about. Okay, let me ban this nigga. And as you see, we got people in here trolling now. But like I said, man, a lot of us who bring this information, there's a lot of shit we have to go through. Fake outrage, again, there's people who come to my lectures and try to get up and divert the energy. And they tried to pull some people pretending to be feminists. Went to Brother Umar Johnson's lecture, I think it was in Florida. And they tried to get up and basically troll Umar. That's all the chick was doing. They tried to front on Umar at his lecture, talking about how they don't like how he criticized gays and lesbians and feminists. And Umar shut that lady down so smooth. Umar shut that lady down so smooth, he gave her ass that work. He gave her that work. And what's funny, whenever we try to get a movement going and there's momentum, the white supremacists will always send their minions to divert the energy. Whenever we get a momentum, because Umar has a great momentum, the Hidden Color series has a great momentum. Whenever we get a momentum, the white supremacists will send their minions to try to divert the energy. And this woman who, again, I say a lot of these people are pretending to be feminists because they don't really do anything for black women. And one thing I noticed, I hear this narrative a lot. Well, it was some black feminists who started the Black Lives Matter hashtag. Have y'all heard people brag about that? They love saying that. It was some lesbian and gay black feminists who started Black Lives Matter. And they say that as if Black Lives Matter actually did something. You want props. We on this shit where you think you're going to get props for starting a damn hashtag. That's why people like George Soros, people like that funded that whole Black Lives Matter and other so-called protest movements. The white supremacists were funding that shit because they knew that basically this is just the niggers letting off steam. It's harmless to fund that because now we fund their little bullshit hashtags and just make it seem like the hashtag is the accomplishment. They're not going to focus on the fact that Darren Wilson is walking free. George Zimmerman is walking free. Daniel Pantaleo is walking free. The cop who shot Tamir Rice is walking free. Please let's stop acting like this whole Black Lives Matter hashtag actually accomplished something. That ain't the accomplishment. We get on this shit where people want props and accolades for some shit that didn't even work. Not one damn thing is changed in Ferguson. Let's stop playing. We went down there, we actually registered people to vote. We were like, hey, we gotta vote down here to get these people out of office. Y'all gotta recall people. But people get caught up on hashtags and slogans and then don't want to do anything. That Black Lives Matter didn't do shit, if we're gonna be honest. That's a cool start, but now when y'all start talking about that, that's the accomplishment. You're bragging, your chest is all poked out. Well, we started Black Lives Matter. And I don't brag about the hashtag. I started Recall for Mike. That was a hot hashtag that everybody was retweeting. I don't give a fuck about the hashtag because nobody got out there and started doing what we needed to do with the hashtag. The hashtag was started for a reason. It was to get people out there to vote and recall the goddamn people who were making these laws. I even went down there. Hey, let's get action going. I told people, this is what if you down here, you live here. I don't live here. So I personally can't vote, but let's get it down. Let's get it popping. Let's get it popping. Rebel, I'm gonna ban your dumb ass. Hold on. Let me ban you because you just trolling for attention. There we go. Let me ban your stupid ass. All right. But basically, people think that creating a hashtag and getting attention is an accomplishment. And we got to get off that shit. Just getting seen and jumping on a microphone, That's the accomplishment. We got to stop that nonsense, man. We got to start getting real and start accomplishing shit and not be satisfied with symbolic victories. Jumping in front of the mic. We were out here first. Man. All right, we're going to start banning some of the trolls in here. How many people in here? Now, some of these trolls, now, let me say this. Y'all remember that coon, that nigga who I made my bitch, that Ennis dude? And I see today, he's still contacting people. So I made this nigga my bitch. He's my little Muppet mouth bitch, because the nigga, he said he don't have no teeth. So he's like a little Muppet mouth crackhead. If he's trolling you, because what he's doing, he's basically, Ennis, y'all know that nigga, he's a complete nobody. But I clowned him and I made him my bitch. I had him call up and he was sounding like a bitch on the phone, apologizing. Basically, he's trolling people on Twitter and I think Instagram too. So if he's trolling you, just ban that nigga. Report him as spam or something if he's trolling you, because a lot of people hit me up today saying that he's trolling them and just basically harassing them. If you get harassed by a dude, he's pretending to be a chick on Twitter named XO Curly. That's a dude named Ennis Avery Williams. He's a crackhead acting nigga from Florida who I clowned and I made him my bitch. This nigga, I'm his god. That nigga gets up and worships me every day. I'm that nigga's god. From what I understand, this nigga just literally talks about me every single day. I'm this nigga's god. He's my little Muppet mouth minion. Niggas, he ain't got no teeth. He said he don't have no teeth. So he's a little weird Muppet mouth nigga. If he's harassing you, he's Isaiah something on Instagram. Just report him and ban him. Get his page, if he's harassing you, because I have him blocked. I don't pay attention to that coon, but he's blocked. He's harassing a lot of people. Just block the nigga. Just block him or report him as spam. Don't email me letting him know or hit me up let me know that he's trolling you. Shit. Let's see who this is. What's up? Who's calling?
What's up, Tariq, man? This is Vin in VA.
Vin in VA. How you doing, fam?
Man, doing well, man. Doing well. So much to talk about, man. I don't want to take up too much of your time because I know you got the show going on and all of that, man. But I was watching for Black History Month a documentary on O.J. Simpson in black and white. I don't know if you've seen the documentary.
I haven't seen that.
But, it's a real thorough documentary. But what trips me out is when you mention O.J. Simpson to a lot of people, they tend to think, this is the guy that just sold out and did all this stuff, man. But the reality is a lot of these athletes are on the same tip, man. And I just want to know why people seem to follow the O.J. Simpson model, the athletes at least, and not the Fred Williamson model. I mean, Fred Williamson got in there, did his own thing. He made his own movies, made his own money. He's basically doing what you're doing.
Yeah. Well,
you know what I mean? But O.J. Simpson got out there and did everything the dominant society wanted him to do. I mean, he was willing to be quiet about social issues and all of that, and basically was willing to be their spokesperson.
Well, the thing is, man, a lot of black folks, man, when they are getting accolades and praised by the dominant white society, and on top of that, when they're getting sexual gratification from them too, they think they have completely made it. They think nothing else is better than this. I don't have to do anything else. I don't have to think about the black community. I have made it, and I got it made for life. And then they get a rude awakening. And brothers like Fred Williamson, they understood the game. Brothers like Jim Brown, who I was with a few days ago, they understand the game, and they kept it 100, and they knew about empowerment and empowering themselves economically. So we got to stop falling for what Paul Mooney says, the illusion of inclusion, because when you are so-called included, you are isolated as a black person. And when you're isolated, that makes you more vulnerable. And black folks never quite get the gist of that, and until it's too late. So we got to start understanding that it's important for us to empower ourselves or get with other black people who we can have a system of empowerment with. So it's real heavy. And I'm going to discuss Jim Brown right now. But thanks for the call, brother. Speaking of Jim Brown, when I say Jim Brown is one of the realest dudes in the game, brother, Jim Brown is going to be in Hidden Colors 4. I interviewed Jim Brown for Hidden Colors 4. And I was at Jim Brown's house up in the Hollywood Hills. Beautiful house. Jim Brown's beautiful home up in the Hollywood Hills. And I went to his house interviewing him. Shout out to my man Bobby. Brother Bobby, OG Bobby, for hooking that up. But Jim Brown, when you look up grown-ass man in the dictionary, that's Jim Brown. You're going to see a picture of Jim Brown. Jim Brown is the epitome of a grown-ass man. Straight up and down. OG with his. That's why Jim Brown has garnered so much respect over the years, man. And we had a real conversation. And Jim Brown has helped out a lot of people. He's one of those people, man. We know that Jim Brown, he helped out people like Richard Pryor. He helped out a lot of people. A lot of brothers in the hood, man. A lot of people have been, a lot of cats, man, a lot of the gang members out here in L.A., they'd have been up to Jim Brown's crib. He done brought them up to the house and been like, hey, man, this is what we're going to do. We're going to squash this bullshit. Jim Brown just let them know, hey, Blood's Crip, y'all come on up to the house. The bullshit is going to be squashed. But Jim Brown, I went to his house. There was a picture of Farrakhan, this rare picture of Farrakhan and his wife in his house. And he told me that after Malcolm was assassinated, things were kind of hot for Minister Farrakhan. And Minister Farrakhan stayed at Jim Brown's house. Man, heavy shit, dude. Heavy stuff. Jim Brown created like an economic program where he had businesses. He got other athletes and other entertainers to get businesses popping. You know, him and Richard Pryor had Indigo Films popping. So Jim has always kept it 100, man. Man, like people like Marvin Gaye would go up to Jim Brown's house and be like, hey, man, I got this new album called What's Going On? What should I do? And Jim Brown, like, put it out. I mean, Jim Brown has always been the go-to guy for black entertainers, man. Jim Brown has always been that go-to guy. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff about Jim Brown you don't know, man. And Jim Brown met his wife, fine wife. Jim Brown is like damn near 80 years old. Brother still looks good, man. Got a fine wife. And I say that respectfully, by the way. Fine wife. And like when I'm damn near 80 years old, I'm want to live like that. That's how I want to get down. You dig? Did Common win an Oscar? I didn't know Common was not. Y'all just talking shit. Let me look it up on Twitter real quick. Somebody's saying that the rapper Common won an Oscar. Let me look on Twitter. Hold on 1 second. Because that would be off the chain. John Legend and Common. Okay. Let me see. John Legend, Common. Oh, they won an original song. So they won an Oscar for original song. Okay. Okay. They won an Oscar for the original song. Okay. Okay, I got it. That's cool. Hey, congratulations to those brothers. Congratulations to them. I noticed the Oscars, because it's so whitewashed this year, I was looking at a little bit of it upstairs. They kept focusing on the handful of black people in the audience. They kept focusing on Oprah, the dude who played Dr. King, Common, The Rock. They kept focusing on them. To get away from the fact that this shit is whitewashed. But yeah, but back to Jim Brown though, man. My man Jim Brown has kept it so 100 over the years. Even when Jim would get into trouble with the law, you know, because they had an FBI file on Jim Brown. They had an FBI file on Jim Brown. And you know, Jim Brown wasn't snitching on nobody or none of that shit. So the cops started targeting brother. And, you know, back in like 99, you know, he got into a little argument with his wife, I think. And, you know, she called the police and, you know, they charged him with some kind of domestic thing. And they tried to give Jim Brown like community service. Basically, they wanted Jim Brown to pick up paper on the highway, just like they did with Chris Brown. Remember, when Chris Brown got in this little thing with Rihanna, they had Chris Brown out here on the freeway picking up trash and all that shit. They tried that with Jim Brown. Jim Brown said, fuck you, send me to jail. Jim Brown requested jail. Jim Brown said, y'all not about to humiliate me and have me picking up some damn paper on the freeway. Put me in jail. That's some G shit right there. That's some G shit right there. He said, look, you know, y'all charge me whatever, but you ain't gonna take my dignity. Jim Brown is about that life, brother. And I like to pattern myself after that, brother, man. Just a real thorough brother. And we were talking, and I was kind of mentioning the Bill Cosby situation. And Jim was talking very vague. I mentioned Bill Cosby, but Jim was talking in vague terms. So I don't want to put words in the brother's mouth. But he was like, you know what, man, brother Tariq, you know, if you do things in your private life and then you say things publicly that's not conducive to your private life and then people find out, that's going to make you look like a hypocrite. You'll fall off. He said, like, with me, with Jim Brown, I chased women back in the day. But I ain't never act like I didn't. So nobody can call me a hypocrite. I'm like, that's some real shit right there, dude. And that's what I tell people when people try to talk about my Mackin books. Look, I ain't never act like I wasn't on that player shit. I ain't never act like I wasn't. So don't get mad and start talking about, oh, but you made Hidden Colors. Hell, I ain't never said I didn't like a little booty shaking every now and then. I never said I didn't like that. I never said I didn't have my little breezies. I didn't say I never had that. Let's keep it 100. But I'm not like these fake Hotep niggas acting like they're my wives, my brother. These are not just women that I'm having sex with. These are my spiritual wives of the Kundalini energy, brother. So when I have sex with them, that's just me dipping into Mother Earth, brother. This not sex. It's a psychological phenomenon, my brother. When I'm having sex with these women, I'm just spreading my Kundalini seed, brother. I don't play that bullshit. My man kept it 100. Jim Brown kept it 110. That's why he's in Hidden Colors 4 dropping heat. That's why if you have not contributed, go to hiddencolorsfilm.com and get down on that Hidden Colors 4 game, ladies and gentlemen. Get down on it. Arlac, nobody gives a fuck about that dude you mentioned. Arlac, the nigga you mentioned, is so insignificant and he's such a nobody. Nobody gives a shit. Nobody gives a shit about that dude. He's such a nobody. Let's see who we got on these phone lines. What's up? Who's calling?
What's up, Tariq? It's Kwame from Springfield, Illinois.
What's up, Kwame? What's on your mind real quick, fam?
Real quick, man, I just wanted to give you a shout out to you and your family on your new son being born, yes, man. Sir. And I can't wait to see you when you come to Chicago pretty soon, man. Yes, take care.
Man, thank you for the call, brother. Let's see who we got. Let's see who this is. What's up? Who's calling?
Yo, what up, Tariq? This is Jay calling out of Atlanta.
Jay from Atlanta. How you doing, fam?
I'm doing good. I got two questions for you.
What's up? What's on your mind?
The first one is, so I'm new to Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? I don't really know anybody out here. So what would you think is the best way to meet women in a new city?
Well, Atlanta is pretty easy, man. There's women all over the place in Atlanta. what you should, and I haven't kicked it in Atlanta, because usually when I go, I'm on business and I do the nightlife thing. So certain nightlife spots you can hit up. I will say that's what I know so far. I gotta talk to my Atlanta dudes and figure out what's popping out there. Now, what kind of dude are you? It depends on the kind of dude you are. Because Atlanta, the great thing about Atlanta, they have something for every type of dude. If you a nigga with gold teeth, there's some shit you can go to where the gold teeth, like in women, are there. If you're a suit and tie type of dude who's more about business, there's a group of women there for that. If you moist, you can just walk up and down Midtown at about 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. If you like the ratchet scene, yeah.
I'm a professional type of dude.
There you go.
I'm a young professional.
Okay. Definitely some spots, some like happy hour spots around downtown. Those are some good spots you can roll, or some cool spots around lunch hour where you can kind of interact with people and just kind of get a real quick introduction, and then kind of hit people up with your card so you can go on about your business. But stuff like that. What kind of work you do, brother?
I'm an accountant.
Okay, yeah, man, you good money, man. And shit, that's a good look, because down there, everybody's trying to get record deals or trying to be producers or whatever. So that's a breath of fresh air to some of the females down there. And what kind of women you like, brother?
I like professional women. I like my women black with natural hair.
There you go.
I see a little bit of that down here, but I don't see enough of it. You feel me?
Yeah, and that's another thing too, because Atlanta's real tricky, because you might meet a woman who works in an office in the daytime, but she strips part-time, though. You dig? She looks suit and tie, and, she's a data processor, like, Monday through Thursday, and on Friday, her name is damn Silky Tits at Magic City. You dig? Says has a tattoo of a goddamn kangaroo on her stomach with money out the pouch or some shit. So you got to be real careful and really screen the women out there. That's another thing, because I can tell it's very deceptive. They talk a good game out there, but you got to watch out for them part-time strippers, because leave it to them. For example, if you look at like Housewives of Atlanta, you see a lot of fronting going on. There is a lot of fronting, and Atlanta is a real fronting type of city. So you got to be careful of people faking the funk. Just kind of screen the women out, man. Anyway, man, thanks for the call, brother. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Oh, yeah, the fronting is heavy. The fronting is heavy. You dig? And that's the only thing I don't like. It's like, okay, everybody, let's keep it real. Let's stop with all this old fake debutante. Everybody's walking around like there's some kind of socialite with your little red bottoms and all that old shit. Let's just stop. Let's just stop it. Because now, you got the TV shows down there, and everybody's trying to campaign to get on the Housewives of Atlanta or whatever ratchet show, or Love and Hip Hop. Everybody's campaigning now. You dig? Yes, indeed. Yeah, I'll be back in Atlanta soon. I got to come down there. I got to do some interviews down there. Let's see who we got on this phone, baby. What's up? Who's calling?
What's going on, Flex, man?
What's up? Who is this?
Oh, this Calvin from H-Town.
Calvin from H-Town. What's on your mind, Calvin?
Oh, nothing, man. I just wanted to ask you a quick question.
Go ahead, fam.
All right, I'm down in San Antonio just to finish my physical therapy degree. But I've been down here maybe 6 months, and I'm starting to notice something. Of course, white supremacy is in full effect, but I'm starting to notice that I'm getting a lot of more, and a lot of brothers see it too, that you're starting to get a lot more heat from the Spanish cats more so from the white boys. It's almost to the point to where I'd have to get in physical altercations with them. And I'm just saying, have you noticed that out there in Cali as well?
Oh, yeah, we had that out here for years. The rift that was basically instigated by the white supremacists, because it was a spillover rift from the prisons. But yeah, man, you got to understand this. When black folks get on this, we're all minorities and all that old shit. We mess up trying to bring everybody into this whole minority kumbaya umbrella, because other so-called minorities are competing against us. And when the time is right, they get their foot in the door, they turn on us every time, man. The Hispanic, not only are the Hispanics doing it, the Asians did it back in the 60s and 70s. Remember, back in the 70s, black people, that's when a lot of the Asians started moving into the black community. And we kind of were like, okay, they're minorities of the same struggle. We would go as black people to watch all those karate movies from China.
Yeah.
We loved that. We were like, we supported them. Bruce Lee, they are our brothers. You're fighting the white supremacists. You are our brothers in the struggle. We thought they were our brothers in the struggle. And the minute they got an economic foothold, they were like, motherfucker, you buy now or get out my store. They turned on us.
Exactly. And what's so crazy is because you got a lot of brothers, and this is the sad part, you got a lot of brothers that are actually trying to concede and will actually try to become, oh, well, we all brothers down here, while they looking down on us, players.
Absolutely.
And I mean, being from Houston, I mean, it is diverse, don't get me wrong, you've been there, but at the same time, it's just like the hate is real. I've never experienced that type of degree of hate from the Hispanic community, so it kind of threw me through a loop.
That's because, man, everybody knows how vulnerable and weak we are as a community. Everybody knows that we don't have any economic base. We don't have an economic foundation. We are petty with each other, and people exploit that every fucking move they make. Every time they can, every chance they get, they're going to exploit that weakness within us. That's why we're going to have to economically empower each other and be thorough and start building for ourselves, because nobody's going to respect us because we're too weak right now, and we got to stop being on that weak shit. It's no way around that. But anyway, thanks for the call. Thank you for the call, brother.
Anytime, bro.
Yes, indeed. I got to start watching my shows shortly. The Walking Dead, all the good shows are coming on tonight. Yes, indeed. How many folks we got in the room? I can't see the room right now. And y'all should be following me on Twitter. If you're not following me on Twitter, go to Tariq Nasheed. If you're not following me on Twitter, go to Twitter at Tariq Nasheed. And if you're not following me on Instagram, go to Tariq Elite on Instagram. It's hot as hell down here. Turn my heater off. You feel me? How many folks we got in the room? We heavy in here, man. We're heavy. Look, we heavy at the Kickstarter for Hidden Colors 4. We at 78,000 right now. We're doing great. Let's get it to 80,000 tonight. That's the goal tonight. Let's get Kickstarter at 80,000. We're at 78,000 right now. Let's get it to 80,000 tonight. We should be able to do that, family. We should be able to do that with ease. We should be able to do that with ease, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see who we got on the phone. What's up? Who's calling?
This is Stacy.
Hey, Stacy, how you doing with your little country sounding self? You sound so country. Where you from, Stacy? It's Stacy.
Birmingham, Alabama.
I knew it. I knew it was somewhere. What part of Birmingham you in, Stacy?
Over on the south side.
Oh, okay. Let me tell y'all something. Birmingham, and I lived in Birmingham for many years. Birmingham is cool and it's ratchet at the same time. The bad thing about Birmingham is boring as shit, and half the niggas over there don't even know slavery is over. The slave mentality over there is so heavy. But the good thing is, Birmingham, there's a lot of cute women in Birmingham. I'll give Birmingham that. Birmingham has a lot of cute women that are slept on. They've always had cute women down there. So I give them that. I'm not going to totally throw them under the bus. But what's on your mind, Stacy?
I just have a comment. I remember you talking about how the interracial thing that they're showing on TV, how we tend to get confused by that.
Yes.
And I picked up an extra job because of the economy doing phone sex.
Uh-oh.
And when I tell you, I think about what you said on how they use us so much.
Oh,
because most of these people are white men that are calling, and it's a lot of
nigga, bitch, suck my dick. Is it nigga, bitch?
Huh?
Is it nigga, bitch?
Yeah,
suck my dick, nigga?
Yeah. It's heavy.
What do they be saying to you? So I already know, but let them know what they be saying to you.
No, they be saying stuff like, well, let me be your dominant and you can be my submissive. And then it goes left. Let me, you could be my nigga bitch. Come here, you nigga bitch. And, I had to hang up the phone because I ain't going to take all that. But it's just crazy how majority of these men are white men. And I'm not trying to shit on them.
Mm-hmm.
but they always feel like nigga, bitch, this and that,
Mm-hmm.
and then they want a nigga to fuck them in the ass too.
Oh yeah.
So
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like, damn, you hate black people that much, but you have no qualms about fucking their women and fucking their men. So damn,
Oh
you know.
yeah. It's the same shit from the plantation. That's why I tell people the shit that went on the plantation, all the raping and the raping of black men and all types of shit. They would love for that to be back in style. That the white supremacists sexually dominating black men and women, that they got off on that, and they still do. That's why I talk about the Negro bedwench. People get offended by the Negro bedwench term, but that's real. And these white supremacists, that's how they talk to these sisters. When they get around black women in private, they get to nigga bitching and black hole. They are crazy insane with that. So when people start acting like, oh, I got me a white guy, he treats me so much better than those black guys, I know what they be saying to your ass behind closed doors. So that's why I'm like, I know you be on that Negro bedouin shit. So I feel for you, sister. I feel for you. How long you been doing the phone sex thing?
I just started, and I mean, it's, you know, a business that you need to get into if you need to make some extra cash, but you know, it's only a business for me because all that other mess, that got to go. But it's just real eye-opening when I put what you have said. And I think you're the only one that has put it out there like that.
Yeah.
And it made me think like, damn, it's, you know, shit's real.
What's your phone sex name?
Nikki Magic.
Nikki Magic? Nikki damn Magic. Hilarious. hey, may I speak to, is this in Chuka? May I speak to Nikki Magic? Are your big black tits out? Can you hit me in my fucking, can you hit me in the head with those big old black tits? Oh, fuck yeah, that's so hot. That's so fucking hot. Do you shave your black pubes? I want to rub your afro cunt on my fucking cheeks. Oh, so hot, Nikki Magic.
You know exactly what they be saying.
Oh, God, you smell like cocoa butter, Nikki Magic. I love it. Oh, God. Can you choke me with your weave? Are you wearing a weave? I know you black girls wear weaves. Can you beat me with your lace front? Oh, it's so fucking hot. Oh, God. I'm going to bust a load. All right, thank you so much. Thank you for calling Nikki Magic. Thank you, baby.
Thank you. Be safe. Bye.
Oh, I know those freaky ass white supremacists. I know how they get down, dude. I know how they get down. I know how they get down. I already know. Boy, they get in private, man, and when they get around sisters, you become a nigga bitch real quick. You become a nigga bitch real quick with those dudes. Let's not fake the funk. There's a sister who wrote a book. I got the book upstairs. I haven't read the whole book. I gotta read this book that talked about like experience, what black women don't want to tell you. The sister wrote this book. What the fuck? Next, remind me to show y'all the book. The book is upstairs in my kitchen. I had it sent. And I just thumbed through it. I haven't had a chance to read it, but she was talking about how a lot of black women, when they have sexual relationships with white males sometimes the experience is kind of weird, and sometimes they kind of feel there's a kind of a shame or derogatory feeling they get from it. You know what I mean? It's a real deep book. And I'm not saying this is for all relationships, but the sister was kind of breaking it down. So I'm going to find the name of this book for you guys, man. I go get it, though. If I go upstairs, all my kids are going to start whining and hollering. I got to deal with TJ. TJ is in the tantrum throwing stage. You know, TJ is in that tantrum throwing stage right now. But yeah, I feel for that sister. I can imagine she get calls out the. Oh, I bet that sister get crazy calls. Hello, Nikki Magic. Yeah, this is Dan. Yeah, got my credit card ready. Yeah. Yeah, I want you to take a piss out of your black cooch, piss on my face. You're such a good nigger, bitch. I love it. Oh, can I rub your afro? Do you have a fro? How big is your fro? Because they love fro. They love the whole natural look too. They love that natural look with sisters. And when those white supremacists, when they get with sisters, they like them real dark. When I see a dark, slim sister, I'm like, oh, she got a white dude. That's what they go for. They want them extremely black. Oh, you're so fucking chocolate, Nicki Magic. Oh, can we role play? You know that I know you're probably frying some chicken. Can you pour the chicken grease on my balls? Oh, I fucking love it. Man. Good Lord. Poor Nicki Magic. Poor Nicki Magic. My heart goes out to you, sister. What's going on? Who's calling?
Yes, Tariq.
Hey, who's this?
Hey, this is Nita from North Carolina. How you doing, boo?
Hey, baby. How are you, love? What's going on with you?
I'm doing well. First off, I'd like to say congratulations to the new baby. He's beautiful.
Thank you, baby. Thank you so much.
And I did, no problem. And I finally got the Hidden Colors movie, finally, 1 and 2. And let me say one word, revolutionary.
Yes, ma'am.
They have changed my life. I just don't know how I made it without them before. They have really changed my life, and the eye is open. It's wide open.
Man.
Right here in Fayetteville, North Carolina, we have a market house here. I've rode past this market house 1,000 times. I've taught school. I've had my kids up under that market house with Santa Claus, and every time we have something that's centered around the market house, and that market house sold slaves. They sold slaves there, and it is the center of our town.
That's
and it's something that I've seen it there. It's been there forever. I've been here forever. But now I just want to bulldoze it. You know, it's just a constant reminder of the white supremacists, how they just put stuff in front of us.
Absolutely.
I did some research on it, and I found out we've tried to get it torn down several times, but the people in the town won't let us because it's a landmark. That's what they call it.
Oh yeah. And they know it. The white supremacists, they know where the plantations are. They keep real quiet about it. They know exactly where all the old plantations are, and they love keeping those things up. They got a couple of them down in Mississippi that they still keep up. They got some in New York that they keep up, and they use as tourist attractions. We don't be knowing about this shit, but they know all about it. So we got to start putting that information out so we know where we are and what we're doing and what we're dealing with. And that's why I do these movies, to let people know what's going on and shed light on this stuff. But you're right for not feeling those places and not wanting to bring those children to those places. And if you do bring them...
I won't be doing... We have a lot of festivals and different things down here in North Carolina, but I won't be celebrating around that place anymore. To hell with the market house and everything that's got to do with it. You understand what I'm saying, brother?
Indeed. Yes, ma'am. I feel you, sister. Thank you so much for the call, sister.
Okay, I just want to let you know, I did donate to the Hidden Colors film campaign, and they told me that I was going to get a Hidden Colors, but it won't be out to 2016. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am. That's when we'll probably be done with the film. So, yeah, we'll keep you posted on that, definitely.
Okay, well, thanks so much, Flex.
Thank you, baby. Bye-bye. And all the people who, if you donate a certain amount, you're going to get a copy of the film before everybody else, by the way. So just understand that. You'll get if you donate a certain amount, and the amount rewards are all on the page, but you will get it. And this time I'm going to make sure that all the people who donated and contributed, you know, whoever has a DVD coming to them, you're going to get yours very early, because we tried to send them out for Hidden Colors 3. We tried to send them out. Most people got their DVDs early, but the shit, when the movie came out, it sold out so much. We got back ordered, and it just caused commotion. It was just havoc. But we worked it out after a few weeks. But I want to make sure that all the contributors who are supposed to get a DVD, you're going to get yours first. That I'm going to make sure this time. You can go to hiddencolorsfilm.com. You can go to hiddencolorsfilm.com, and there's a link to the Kickstarter page, or you can go right here. That's the Kickstarter page right there. I just put it up in the chat room, and let's see where we are right now. We're at 78,629. By the end of the night, it should be 80,000. We should get 80,000 by the end of the night, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see who we got here. What's up? Who's calling?
Hey, Tariq. This is Nigel. I'm from Rochester, New York.
Nigel from Rochester. How you doing, Nigel?
Fine. Yeah, I was the first caller that called in. I called in, but I could hear. I was watching you at the same time. I could hear my voice, but I couldn't hear your voice coming to the phone. So I hung up because I thought it was a bad line.
No problem. I think that was my bad.
Okay.
And that was my bad, Nigel. I had the microphone on the Skype turned on the wrong thing, so that was my bad, man. So I apologize for that. But what's on your mind, brother?
Yeah, at least I gotta get out of here.
Oh yeah. I gotta take that back. I gave you a get out of here, you damn nigga, and I gotta take that back. So
nah, it's all good, but I never thought I'd get it. But hey, yeah, this is all good, bro.
Yes, indeed.
I just wanted to say, I appreciate what you're doing.
Yes, sir.
With Hidden Colors series, I had donated last week. I was calling about the Dr. Umar with that feminist or whatever, but you already discussed
yes,
it.
Indeed. Yes.
It's just, I look at that situations and things like that, because I had gotten into an argument with a brother recently because he was doing Dr. Umar under the bus also, and I told him, I said, you know what? I said, people like you and people who think like you are a hindrance to progress, to real progress.
Yeah.
I said, y'all sit up here, you fake conscious Negroes talking all that nonsense, but ain't putting in no footwork. Exactly. I said, you got people like Umar putting in the work, like Tariq and she putting in the work. And it's basically, they're opening our eyes like, damn, we being scammed by these, like you said, these fake Kundalini niggas and all this other stuff like that. It's waking up our eyes to see the real.
Yes,
and it's like, nah, and I told him, and like another brother was talking to me, said, y'all, your brother shouldn't go back and forth like that. And I told him, I said, listen, I came to the conclusion that we are not going to make it. And I come to terms with that.
Yeah.
I said, we got to let a lot of these people go in order for us to grow and to get and to build up they depending on the government to do it, but it's just not going to happen. I said, it's time we got to do it ourselves. Yeah. I said, so, like I said, this is hard to say. I said, some of y'all might just have to die off in order for us to make it.
There you go.
I mean, because you got real people out here that's really trying to put in the work, that's really trying to build up our nation back to what it once was. But you got people, these coons, you got, like you said, you got coons, they talk on CNN and other news work, and it's like they're messing up the minds of the psyche of black people. And it's like, okay, enough is enough. I mean, y'all kids like, be patient, be patient. How much longer we gotta wait?
Yes, indeed.
I mean, what, another 40 years? Do we need to do another march on Selma? Do we need to do all that? And I was saying, like, I was telling them how many Hidden Colors movies do you got to make for us to finally get it? You know what I mean?
All right, I'm giving you a freestyle beat, brother. You're freestyling. Oh, shit. I'm giving you a freestyle beat, brother. You long-winded. I get you, brother. But thank you for the call, brother. Thank you so much, brother.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, God damn. Okay, brother. All right, shit. Brother's doing an album. Let me give you some music to your album, brother. All right. I get you. I feel the brother's passion. I feel the brother's passion. I feel it. I feel the brother's passion. All right. That is my brother. Yes, indeed. Let's get one more call. Let's see who we got here. What's up? Who's calling?
Yo, what's up, Flex? Man, the Fed, man, from the Bay Area.
Hey, man, what's going on with you, fam?
Oh, man, chilling, man. Quick question. I hope this is not, like, too off topic. I remember you saying a while ago you were, like, in the real estate. I'm actually taking real estate classes now. Okay. Thinking about, that's the way I think, as far as building wealth. So I was wondering if you could speak on that or, like, you had any advice or anything.
Let me see. I got a brother down in Atlanta who does that, who does the real estate, and I'm working with him. And there's a lot of people you can get with who can break the real estate game down. The Jay Morrison guy, he really talks about real estate, and he breaks it down in a way that people can understand it. So I would advise you to look at people like that, where they can really give you an understanding of what you need to do, and they have all the ins and outs of it. And the information is out there, but again, you need to know who to go to, and those are a couple of people to go to. So check out Jay Morrison Real Estate, and he's pretty thorough from what I understand. But thanks for the call.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, brother. Thank you. Okay, let me see. Yes, I mean, my wife is texting me about Walking Dead. We got to watch Walking Dead tonight. Who the fuck is this? Who in the fuck is this? Hold on one second. Who the fuck is this? Hold on. Oh, okay. This is Dr. Boyce Watkins. Okay. Okay, this is Boyce Watkins texting me. Shout out to Boyce Watkins. I'm like, I got to put his name in the phone. I get so many people texting me, and sometimes I don't put their names in the phone. What's up, mister? All right, who we got here? Let's see who we got here. All right, what's up? Who's calling?
Hey, what's up, Tariq? This is JD from North Carolina, man.
What's up, JD from North Carolina? What's on your mind, fam?
Yeah, Tariq, you got a lot of people kind of swearing at you and stuff, and it's like
kind of wait, stop. I didn't get that word you said. They kind of what?
I said a lot of people swearing at you and stuff, and kind of using your books to get you and stuff. Yeah. And it's like people keep on saying you're a pimp and stuff, but it's like I tell people like you probably hung around them in the streets of LA and stuff, and they keep on swearing you, try to use your books against you, saying that you referenced it and stuff. But I'm like, okay, yeah, he probably referenced it and stuff. But I'm like, weren't you referencing it just to explain it, just to like, you know, show it from like a different perspective and angle? So, but you really wasn't like glorifying it. A lot of people said they didn't like the macro then cover. I'm like, okay, but he's just marketing his book and shit because it's marketing. Like,
that's called an ad hominem attack. If they sit up and just find and nitpick little shit and build up fake arguments, that's going to get away from the real argument they don't like, which is probably me talking about fake black feminists, because that's usually who would say something like that. Or the only people who would say that are the fake people who pretended to be black feminists or the fake hotep niggas. So an ad hominem attack is when they pick out something to divert from the fact that I've called them out on being fake black feminists and I've called them out on being fake hotep niggas. So they keep on harping on something that they know ain't true. They know good and well my books ain't no pimp books. Let's be very clear. My books have been out for over 15 years. By this time, if my books were about pimping anybody, they would have an exact quote of where in the books that it said to pimp some damn body or where it says I was pimping anybody. They would have exact quotes because my books have been out too long for them to not have them. So they are deliberately being deceptive. So when somebody's deliberately being deceptive to you, you have to question their motives. And that's the problem. Yeah. We don't question the motives of people.
I forgot somebody was like posting up on chapter your book that said something about people was trying to use that about you. So I forgot which book, because I got 2 of your books and I enjoyed them and shit. So.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So there's nothing in my book that says to go out and pimp somebody or this is what you should do to pimp. None of my books. And they know it. And I would love to them to bring a quote of that or bring a quote of me saying that I pimp somebody or proof or any other thing. They can't do it, and that's an ad hominem attack. And again, when you see people deliberately lying, figure out what they're lying for. Because when somebody's lying to me, when somebody says something to me that I know is a lie about somebody else, or somebody say, that nigga over there, oh, he smoked crack. And I'm like, well, no, I know the nigga don't smoke crack, so why are you telling me that? And now I'm looking at you, just like the white supremacists. The white supremacists are the master liars. They always come to you and say, hey, look, we're trying to help out the Africans and help them with the AIDS and help them because they're starving. Now, I know you ain't trying to help them. So what you really over there doing? So I'm looking at the white supremacists watching your every move now because I don't believe what you're doing. Oh, the Africans, they over there fighting and they got Boko Haram and they can't take care of themselves, so we need to go help them. And I'm looking right at their asses. What you really up to? And that's how I do anybody. And that's how you should do. When people start with the ad hominem attacks, look at what their real motives are. You dig?
Yeah, would you just bait somebody about that or some shit like a feminist or something?
They're not going to debate, brother. I've offered to have them call my show. They're not going to debate that because they can't debate it. My brother, I do my show every week. My phone line is wide open. You understand that? Anybody can call my show. If somebody had proof, they would have called my show. I've offered to have them call up to prove any of the shit they said. They come up with excuses after excuses to not do it. Well, I'm not going to call this show because he's going to hang up on me. They're not, dude. The name of the game is to lie and to put out a lie, and hopefully the lie will stick, and the lie does not stick. So they're not going to debate. The fake Kundalini niggas are not going to debate. You understand? Their job is to just throw out misinformation, and you got to be very wary of that. I've always been open to debating them on anything in my books, anything. And I challenge anybody to look through my books and find anything where I talk about doing something negative to women. Any of my books. So anyway, the offer's still up there. You feel me?
Yeah, and how'd you find that chick from Destiny's Child, bro? Like, damn, she looks fine in the Art of Mackin cover.
This friend of mine, her and her friend, all those girls on the cover of my books were friends of mine. It was just that simple. They're just homies from around the way, and they just did the cover for me, and it just popped off like that. You dig?
Yeah, got you. All right, peace, man.
All right, peace. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Let me get up here. I got to watch Walking Dead. Let's see. Somebody else calling from Atlanta. What's up? Who's calling?
Yeah, it's Tariq. It's Jay again. I have one more question for you, boss.
Go ahead, Jay.
What's your opinion on liking a certain artist that is like a known white supremacist or an artist that's known to be racist? How do you feel about listening to their music and stuff like that, or their art or whatever they do?
I don't know. It just really depends. It just really depends on who produced it or whatever, Or if you know that they're a racist or white supremacist, hell, since niggas like bootlegging my shit, bootleg theirs. If you like it, just don't buy it. Go bootleg it from somebody because they bootleg my shit all the time. So shit, bootleg theirs. Bootleg Robin Thicke or whoever you don't like. You dig? Or Ted Nugent, whoever you don't like. You dig? But
gotcha.
That's what you do. Thanks for the call, brother.
Thanks, Lex.
All right, y'all. It's my television family time. I got to go upstairs, kick it with the family and all that good stuff. It's been real, family. Okay, I hear my wife yelling at TJ, so he's up there doing some shit he ain't supposed to be doing. So let me go up there and check on him. All right, y'all, let me get up out of here, man. Don't forget, we're almost at 80,000 tonight. Let me look at where we are on Kickstarter. Oh, shit, we're almost at 80,000 right now. We're at 79,209. So, family, we're almost there. We're almost there, family. We're doing big things here. So go to Kickstarter.com. Let's get this thing popping. And don't forget, I'm going to be in London doing a lecture March 15th. That's in a couple of weeks. Go to backtoblackempire.com if you're in the UK and join me in London. That's backtoblackempire.com and join me in London. The lecture is going to be off the chain, family. And I will talk to you guys this Wednesday on the Tariq Elite Radio Show. I will holla.